Alright, welcome. We're doing a fucking breakdown. UFC Fight Night, Emmett vs. Murphy. We're gonna make it quick, cause what are these prelims, bro?
Seriously, what the fuck am I looking at?
This is your average fucking Apex filler.
This is a filler episode of UFC,
Yeah.
and not a good one.
Not a good one. Nope. First, we'll get it started. Vanessa split decision Demopoulos versus Toledo. Who am I, Alan Sarr? um, Vanessa's just a dog. Like, if you think she's gonna win this fight, like, you think she's just gonna make this gritty as hell and just bite down on the mouthpiece. Toledo Allen Sarr, she's like this Brazilian jiu-jitsu girl who's like looking to take you down and stuff. I think she can get the wrestling going, maybe, but I don't know. It's not a good fight to predict or bet. So if you're gonna take this, probably go with the decision. Probably lean Demopoulos just because she's a dog. But in the Apex, she's kind of just like meant to lose. I don't know. I side with Vanessa.
I genuinely do not I genuinely do not know who these fighters are, but I do recognize Toledo Alencar's name. I'm gonna say go decision, flip a coin, or Vanessa Demopoulos. That just seems like a fucking mid fighter's name, so I'm just gonna fade it.
I do also support the live bet though. I think this is a good first
Yeah.
fight to live bet at first and see which way it's leaning. You know, first round could go to somebody, second round could go to the other, and then the lines can just be so off. So,
So he was getting scammed.
yep. All right, let's move on to the next one. Victor Henry versus Pedro Falsao. Now, these are also two fighters. I mean, Victor Henry, you might know. I mean, he's been on other cards. He fought Jourdain. Uh,
Yeah, I know him.
yeah. Pedro
I know him
Falsao, though,
from the
he's like,
Boshrov
he's a
fight.
nobody. But
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I am gonna say he is a dog. Like, there's a reason why they signed him, even though he lost his Contender Series fight, and then I'm pretty sure he got knocked out in his debut. This guy does not stop marching forward. He is looking to like kind of grapple you, but I think he can present Victor Henry some real issues in this fight. I think Victor Henry does have the cleaner striking, cleaner boxing, but Pedro Falsao is a dog, man. I like this one to go over 1.5. I think that's a good bet. But honestly, I'm leading with the dog here. I think I'm gonna go with Pedro.
Didn't Victor Henry like? Oh God, that's even worse. I
You
thought,
looking at his
I
record?
thought, yeah, I thought after the Boshrov fight, he fought John Castaneda, but that's someone else. He he knocked out some Asian motherfucker, I think, and then got fed to Charles Jourdain. Holy fuck, dude, he went for 4 takedowns, bro. Like, there's no way he was that cooked.
He
That's
was that cooked.
crazy.
He really was.
Yeah, I'm not fucking picking him. Fuck.
Like I said, guys, welcome to the Apex. Welcome to the filler.
Welcome to reality.
Welcome to 20K, 20K. Best I can do. Final offer, Dana White. Alright, next fight. Fuck it. Loma Luke Boonmi versus Estela
That
Nunez.
sounds like such a sus ass name, bro. Like, I don't even
Dude.
look booing me.
She's 5'1". She is
Holy
2
fuck.
inches away from being a midget.
Easy
Dude,
mode.
she's 2 inches away from being certified. She's not a dwarf. Like, she doesn't have
Dude,
the.
yesterday I learned from a midget online that
Dude,
I
me
guess,
too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess midgets are just regular people that happen to be short, and dwarfs are people with like dwarfism who are shorter.
Yeah, or some.
Medical
Yeah,
midgets are without medical condition, which is
yeah.
crazy. I guess I used to be a midget. Crazy. I guess.
We all used to be midgets, man.
Dude, in the comments, I was about to
Oh
say
no, it
like,
was who people who were done
shit.
growing
I
though.
learned from my friends in middle school. 410's the cutoff, bro. There's no way that wasn't just fucking made up. Like, cannot convince me. Midget matchup.
Yeah, I don't know. Loma's like this. Like, I don't know why she's like minus 700. I mean, she's a dog. Like she's gonna. She is a Thailand fighter. Like you watch her fight. She's gritty. She's in your face. She's ah. Like she's gonna go crazy in this fight, but
I forget who she is,
eventually
dude. I
she meets her maker.
keep mixing up all these new Brazilian women together. They're all short and like have striking or grappling.
Yeah, Stella 4 fight losing streak.
Holy,
she's she's gone against some pretty like
what
okay
are we doing,
competition.
dude?
Yeah,
Holy shit, get the
I know.
fuck out of here,
Okay,
bro.
one of them
Fucking,
though, one of those, one of those though was a freak injury. She just posted incorrectly off of a takedown and
oh yeah, that one.
her arm popped out.
That was so bad.
That was like 2 years ago, but she trains in like a good facility. I think I forget who she trains with, but she's a dog. I know that for sure. They're I don't think the odds suggest how close this fight could be, but I do think Loma's just the side here.
Damn, almost been in the UFC since 2019. I thought she was like newer.
Yeah, she doesn't fight that often, but she's got a good record. Like I think she's 8-1. She's only lost to Loopy. It's not bad.
9-3.
She's 9-3. Oh
And
shit.
Angela Hill. So valid.
Yeah, yeah, those are valid losses. She'll be up there in the rankings soon enough if she's more active. This is what happens when you're not active, bro. They get you fucking 6-5. 6-5 girl with back-to-back KO losses, even though one's an injury. I think Estella can make this fight close. Honestly, Loma doesn't have KOs. I think she has one KO. I think she could get one here. I think she could just step inside the pocket and land a power shot and just sit Estella down. But can't look past Estella's dog. I'm gonna take Loma
Yeah.
probably by decision. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking whatever you're thinking. I'm not even thinking about this.
Yeah, yeah. This is a piss
No
break.
thoughts.
This is like I'll have it on in the background while I'm doing something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Next up at UFC Fight Night, we got Reese McKee versus Daniel Franza. Oh my god.
Bro, how did
This is
McKee
like
bring Chidi to a split decision?
four straight
Jesus.
fights where you're just like, why?
Literally.
Anyway,
This is a contract terminating fucking card.
that's so
Getting
true. Holy shit.
getting these motherfuckers out of here. I mean, holy
Like,
shit.
yeah, Davy Grant, like even if Daniel Santos loses, I could see him getting cut.
Holy fuck. Literally everyone is fighting for their spot. I mean, we even got Ode Osborne, fucking Robert Valentin, and Torres Finney.
Cortavius, I think he could get cut.
Oh yeah, he sucks. I mean, striking at least. I remember
Dude, besides the co-main and the
how big
main
of a fight
event,
that was.
you're right. You're actually that is a stellar observation that everyone on here is fighting for their spot to stay in the UFC.
Damn, this could get interesting.
This is a certified Apex like
Yeah.
fight for your money type of
Watch your
card, bro.
mouth and watch your money.
Yeah.
Cause
All right, Reese McKee, he has never won a UFC fight. Believe it or not, he got signed a while ago, cut after 2 losses, got a couple KOs on regional scene, got signed again, lost 2 more times. The split decision with Chidi, yes, he made it a close fight, but in no fucking world did Reese McKee win that fight. Go rewatch it. There's two 30-27s for Chidi and then one 29-28 for Reese McKee. You just know that that's fucking scammery. You know off rip when split decisions happen and you hear that's just scams. That's like Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa, and one fucking judge just was like, "Oh no, I thought Paulo Costa did a lot on his back foot, man. Paulo Costa's a dog, man." No. But anyway, to get back into the quick pick, no distance this fight. No distance under 2.5. I think is good. Um, Daniel Frunz is a guy. He's like a lion, dude. He comes in there. He just wants to kill you, and he's kill or be killed. And in this Dana White Contender Series fight, he actually got taken down 2 times. He got fucking dropped bad. And it was like, oh, this is not good for him, and this is probably over. And then he rallied, and he just got the fucking knockout, which is awesome. But, he's live by the sword, die by the sword, so I'm going no distance. I don't really want to pick a fighter, because I think Reese McKee can just catch him. Like, Reese McKee has the power to put Daniel Frunza down, and he definitely is hungry enough to want to finish this fight after that point. Like, he's not going to be like, oh, stand up. So, I think I'm just going to go no distance. Either by KO is good, but even then, you could probably see Reese McKee, like, snatch a submission off a club and sub or something. So, no distance.
Yeah, give me the violence.
What's your take?
I just looked up I just looked up both of them to see what they look like, and I like barely recognize Reese McKee. Daniel Frunza looks like a fucking. He looks goofy.
I
He
think he
looks like a
looks.
fraud, is what he looks like. His
Yeah.
face looks so fraudulent. So yeah, fuck it. I'll go with Reese McKee. Not touching that shit though.
I also think this is a good one to live bit. Like, sometimes there's certain fights that are like this where I don't really know who's gonna win until I see them in the cage. You know?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like I would be so much more confident in McKee if he didn't like clinch Cheaty for 6 minutes
Hmm.
last fight. Like if he just does that, that's not it.
Not it.
Not it, brother.
On to the next fight. Dione Barbosa versus Diana Belbita. Dione Barbosa by submission. Fuck this fight. That's the end of it.
Yep.
On to the next one. Ode Osborne versus Louis Gurule. Garule. I don't know. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys.
Luis Garule.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. Ode Osborne's 12-8 in the UFC, bro.
Yeah, 12 and 8. Really crept
I'm
up.
not going to sugarcoat it, bro. The losses are stacking, okay? I think he's in a spot where he knows he has to fucking pull it out the fire. Yeah, you gotta pull out the fire.
Bro, give me this shit, no distance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. I'm pretty sure this is favorite to go the distance. This is a fucking flyweight featured prelim, bro. This leads into the main
Gonna
card. I'm telling you, bro. Ode Osborne is gonna hunt the KO, and he's either gonna get caught or I don't know.
he'll get it or get the
all
sub.
all I remember about Louis Garul from his Contender Series fight is that he just fucking eats damage, bro. Like,
Damn.
he won that fight from just taking shots and just like getting in your face and just going off. So I think Ode. Here's the thing about people with granite chins. They're good until they're not, and they get fucking put out cold. That's what happens every time. And listen, guys. What's this? What's this notion about undefeated fighters? Huh? Huh? What do we think's gonna happen here, really? What undefeated fighters do we think are winning on this card? Because we got Luis Garul, Torres Finney, and Lerone Murphy, and with the way things are going, one of these fighters has to lose. And if you don't think it's Lerone Murphy, and you don't think it's uh, Torres
Any
Finney, it's gonna be Luis Garul. So I'm going with Ode Osborne. I think he'll put out the fire, but
put it out the
but
fire,
no
son.
distance though. Go no
He
distance.
was,
Go no distance, and then go Ode, cause Ode can get knocked out.
and he could win the decision, dude. He got fucked over by
Yeah.
a Mexican fucking.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He got
I mean, I didn't
knocked
watch the
down.
fight, but
He Oh, you didn't? Okay, okay.
uh,
He did get fucked over because he didn't finish the KO, but he kind of fucked
decision
himself
sold.
over. He fucked himself over for sure. Torres Finney versus Robert Valentin. Yikes, dude! I don't like picking these fights, man. Oh my god. Like Torres Finney, he's got the strength to just fucking bulldoze you. If Robert Valentin can stay at range, I think he could make something happen. But as long the fact that it's the Apex, I do like Torres more. But it's just like I don't know what his cardio is looking like. I don't know what his
There's
chin's
so
looking like.
many
I know
ifs
he's
and
never been KO'd, but like I know his head's fucking attached to his spine, like in his torso. But I don't know if he can eat a shot that's like really clean. I don't know if he's gonna get himself submitted because Robert Valentin does have slick jujitsu. He does work off of his back a lot, and I think that is part of the reason why Torres Finney got this fight is because Robert Valentin was on The Ultimate Fighter. He isn't a slouch completely, but you can outwork him, and I think it's a true test for Torres Finney, but I don't know. I just I can't put money on this fight, man. I think on paper it's Finney probably KO.
there's no fucking reason to put money on this fight, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah, you got to be addicted to bet
It's
this
got to be
fight.
no value too. Like,
Or you're just super confident. I could see you being really confident towards
yeah,
Finney. Like and you just don't like Robert Valentin
confident in the fade.
or you just like you know these fighters a lot more. But I don't it's such a toxic fight. Anything could happen. But Torres Finney by bulldoze is my like he's just gonna pick him up and slam him for like either 15 minutes or he's gonna get like the TKO on the ground.
Yeah,
He is middleweight Carl Williams or whatever the fuck. That like
yeah, for
I don't
real.
know. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah,
Ooh,
solid skip for me.
skip for you. Yep. All right, on to the next one. Brad Tavares versus GM3 Gerald
GN.
Mearshart. I think everyone's rooting for Gerald. Everyone on paper is probably rooting for Gerald. Gerald's like the community
Yeah,
favorite, bro. Especially at dog money. Like,
no cap.
how can you not take Gerald sub or like Gerald?
Pull it out the fire.
Yeah, pull it out the fire. But I don't think I'm gonna be enticed by the flavors of old. Fuck that. They're both 37. Both on the back ends of their career, if we're being honest here. I'm not liking that Gerald Mearshart has like what, like 16 losses? How many losses does this guy fucking have?
Yeah, he'd be fucking
18.
losing.
18 loses. Lossing. You're lossing. I can't do it. I think Brad Tavares has good enough takedown defense. I think he is 80% across. What does he have? Like 15 fights in the U. Like how many fucking fights does this guy have? I'm not even counting that, dude. But he's been in the UFC since 2010, and he has 80% takedown defense. I think that's pretty good. Over time, that's a solid percentage. And I don't think Gerald Meerschaert's the guy. Sorry. I'm gonna go with Brad Tavares, probably by knockout. I know. I think Brad Tavares might have a worse KO rate than Bilal Muhammad. I think his KO like percentage or his finish rate is worse than Bilal, just because he's had so many fights. But Gerald Meerschaert's taken fucking. He's getting knocked down by Renier de Ridder, and I don't think Renier de Ridder's like this insane striker. And I don't think Brad Tavares is either, but if you're not taking down Brad Tavares, eventually he's just going to fucking hit you. And you're going to go down. So, Brad Tavares by decision or knockout is my prediction.
Yeah, same. I just would not fucking touch GM3. No reason.
There's no reason for either of them, to be honest. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're looking for another leg, I do think Brad is the look. I do think Brad is the one. Next.
Especially, nah,
Oh,
definitely after that fucking RoboCop L, bro. I could tell he was bothered by that when it happened.
yeah.
Probably coming back for
I think he thought he was good too.
some vengeance.
Like he
Yeah.
didn't think he was knocked out.
Oh damn, he lost a. Oh damn, Oh yeah, it's cooking, bro. He lost a split decision to fucking Junion Park. I remember that fight
Yeah, that was
actually.
pretty close. It was a close one.
Jesus Christ, dude, he's only won fucking one in the past 5 against Chris Weidman. That is sad, bro. It was a fucking decision too. Holy shit. We're riding though. This is a 4-star fight. Everything changes.
Yeah. Yeah, good one to live bet too.
Everything true.
That's the
Yeah.
live better right there. Oh, dude, that one's money. That one's money. Gerald's gonna start grappling. He's gonna start winning, and then Brad's gonna pull it out the fire.
The fire.
Right. Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Martin Budai.
Hell yeah.
Fourth slot on the main event for UFC Fight Night, Emmett versus Murphy. And honestly, kind of fucking with it. Here's the thing. Kennedy, the Kennedy train is rolling. It does not stop at Martin Budai. That's what I firmly believe in. And a lot of people look at this and they're like, dude, I don't know. He lost to OSP, man. OSP's fucking old. OSP's old and he's not that good. And he should have like ran through OSP. And here's like the craft
OSP was on his fucking. I forget his name. On his fraud checking shit, dude. God
on his
damn,
C Rod time. On his
over a
C Rod
hundred
time.
significant strikes? Are you joking?
Dude, OSP is, yes, he can be knocked out in firefights. Kennedy isn't the guy that wants to engage in the firefight. He did not want to engage because he knew OSP had power. He did not want to fucking do all that. He did not want to like and risk getting himself knocked out by OSP. And he also knew that OSP had grappling, so he had to worry about two things at once. listen, Martin Budai, the only thing he wants to do is get you against the cage and just like work a decision, try and knock you out, but his striking is not better than Kennedy. And let's be
This
real,
is also a new fucking weight class.
anybody at heavyweight has KO power if they can find the shot. But Kennedy has the lighter man's skill in being the light heavyweight fighter that moved up. Like we see this with Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is a great like he used to be a light heavyweight. I'm pretty sure he's still pretty light for heavyweight. Like I don't think he cuts much weight. And we've seen how his fights go where he just fucking ragdolls people even though he's like lighter than them because it's all just in strength and he's super quick and he can just get in on the takedown and work and be the quicker fighter. And and I think Martin Budai is a fat slob. No, I'm joking. Oh, bro, but I think this is just one of those fights where Dana White was like, "Fuck, we need something like interesting on this fight, or I'm gonna fall asleep and I'm gonna get hate. I mean, we're gonna get so much hate for this Apex shit for not providing at least one knockout. So let's put these two against each other." So I'm taking Kennedy by KO. This is one of those fights that's just set up for this guy to fucking win.
Really?
Don't put too much don't put too much on the OSP loss because OSP is a crafty vet and I don't think Kennedy trusted his chin at light heavyweight and that's kind of why he moved up.
Yeah, literally just the fact it was a decision loss at light heavyweight is all I need to know for me to not give a fuck. uh,
All right, what's your pick?
Going with Kennedy KO. I'm just gonna disregard Martin Buday. He's only fought fat people, and I hate fat people. He's gonna lose. And I feel like like his build at heavyweight, I'm not scared he's gonna gas against someone like fucking Boudet. He'd gas against a striker like OSP who can just take damage and give it and match the pace. But Boudet's a fucking lard ass who's just gonna hold him on the fence. So unless he gets grinded for fucking 15 minutes, he should find the finish. I mean, it would be very difficult not to, I feel like, to find a hurtful shot or combo. I mean, Kennedy's fucking huge. Like, as long as he doesn't get taken
Yeah,
down, he should be booing.
the reach advantage is there too. Like,
Yeah, like the power from it, like everything. Like, nah, people, yeah, people probably are not realizing how much power he must generate at heavyweight.
it like yeah, he has questionable losses at light heavyweight, but I think it's just it wasn't his weight class.
Yeah,
And
literally.
he had the KO power at light heavyweight and dude, his win over Carlos Holberg is fucking phenomenal.
In these last two fights, they're against shitters, but like the Chris Barnett one, shitter or not, he was just like so relaxed in that fight and just
Yeah.
was just fighting until he found the finish, and he found that shit.
Yeah.
So I think the same thing's gonna happen.
Yeah, same thing with
Might
same
take longer, but
same thing with Lucas fight, Lucas Bresky. I took his round 1 KO in that one because it's just so obvious, man. Like Lucas's chinny got KO'd by McPorkin. Dude, Kennedy is gonna come into this fight. He knows what he has to do. He knows that he's the next guy up. Cortavius Romius. Dude, that sounds
dude,
like
why the fuck is this
that
so
sounds like
high up on the card?
dude, it's actually gonna be like a fucking awesome fight. I'm not gonna lie, like if you're a matchmaker, bro, this is a great fight to make. Dude, like both things that they want to do, they're like really good at. So I feel like it's just gonna be a fucking firefight. And then after it's a firefight, and even if it's not, they're just gonna be like rolling around on the ground, like hunting the submissions and shit. I think either by sub in this fight is a uh, really good bet. But I
Yeah,
love
I fuck with that.
Cortavius' name, bro. It sounds like a spell when you read it out loud. Cortavius Romeus. Like I feel like I'm summoning something.
Octavius, dude, it just sounds like fucking Bartholomew.
Fuck, dude.
Just like,
I low key have to go with Chang Ho. Like the name is just too hard.
yeah. Chang Ho Lee.
This is another fight that's like flip a coin, cause like Cortavius is a dog, even though he's a shit. Like even though I don't think he's UFC level. I really don't.
Yeah, dude, my thing with him is like I see him talking, just like I see him and like it reminds me of people just like I don't know, they're not like stupid, but like I don't know, they're just like not good. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Just like seems fraudulent. Just
Yeah,
yeah, it's like so happy. Just, yeah, the vibe. Don't fuck with the vibe.
yeah. I God, they both just have such a will to win fights, though. You know, because I think Cortavius versus Bolaños, like he was still working. He was still like he was still doing. He was still in that fight.
Yeah, I
And
could
I
have
think
gotten
if he
this
was
decision.
completely a fraud, he would have gotten knocked the fuck out again. Because I'm pretty sure he got knocked the fuck out in his first. Yeah, it was by Brad Tavares. Or
I
not
think they're
fuck,
both frauds.
not
Both those
Brad
guys.
Tavares.
Fucking,
Ramon Tavares.
yeah.
He just got one punch KO'd. That was like, oh my god. Yeah, I don't think Chang Ho's like that good either, but
The thing about the Asian fighters that is like actually a yikes and you just never know is like the level of competition there is like so bad that you literally
yeah,
have no idea how good or bad they are until they fight someone in the UFC that's not
that's not like
Chinese
a
or whatever.
yeah.
Like, like this is the only test, and
Yeah.
you never know. There's like nothing you can do to know until,
Yeah.
like, dude,
That
I've
might
seen
happen this
matchups,
fight. I'm not gonna
and it's
lie.
like these Chinese prospects that are getting built up before they come to the UFC. They got highlight tapes, and it's like they're doing worse than fucking Quang, dude. Like the guy that fought Chris Gutierrez, like they'll do worse against Chris than fucking Quang did, and it's like you just never know. Nothing to go off of.
Yeah.
But I will check him out because this seemed like a
Nah, I think you're
cool,
right about that, and
cool
I do think
fighter.
that that can happen in this fight. He does have like versatile striking. I have to say, like in his contender series decision, where he like proved himself, he was doing like spinning kicks and shit. And I think Bolaños was just like Bolaños knew what it took to win, and if Chang Ho doesn't, and Chang Ho
Walking into a trap.
can't force his game, it's not a good look. And I think I think Chang Ho might get cooked. Either by sub and don't touch this fight, in my opinion. Just watch it and have fun.
For real.
Okay, on to the next one. Pat Sabatini versus Joe Anderson Brito.
Oh main right here.
Go main. Go main. Yeah, I don't know if Joe Anderson lives up to the fucking co-main name.
One thing
I don't know.
I've always noticed, and yeah, one thing I've always noticed about Brito in his fights that I've watched where he gets finishes like against that tall skinny kid that got cut. Um Jonathan Pierce. Like,
Oh yeah.
he low-key gets in such yikes positions that if anyone with like good grappling he low-key might be fucking cooked in some situations because I feel like he always loses the upper hand and then he somehow gets the upper hand when after that happens and he finds the finish like with ground and pound
Yeah.
or submissions. And Pat Sabatini, could be such a fucking recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's my thing. I think Brito just has to know he can land just the one punch straight shot down the middle and just put him out and just not even try and wrestle or do any of that fuck shit. Like you just have to go for Pat Sabatini can get knocked out. You just have to go for it. And I think on paper that's what he should do. But at the same time, like Pat Sabatini's like wrestling acumen and control is really hard to look past. Because Pat Sabatini, if he's not getting punched in the head and knocked out, he can work you pretty well. Like his record's not terrible. Like he lost to Diego Lopez, yeah, but Diego Lopez is fucking fighting for the title. Like who else did he get knocked out by? Damon Jackson, uh, the Leech. Why am I forgetting who this guy is? Oh, because he lost to Jim Miller. Dude, who the fuck is Damon Jackson? Do you remember this guy?
He subbed
Oh,
CJ.
oh, 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 okay, okay. Why did I think he was black, bro? Why, bro? Why does Damon Jackson have the
Damon.
blackest name, bro? All right, nah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, the Leech. Yep,
Tall, skinny, white.
the Leech. The Leech does have KO power, I will say. So yeah, I think Sabatini's chin is just Brito should have that. But if Brito gets himself into a bad situation, do not be surprised if he loses this fucking fight.
I guess the only thing that scares me about Brito is kind of the epiphany I'm having right now is that he has power in his hands and shit, but he doesn't. I think he struggles to find KOs on the feet, which is why he choked to Gomi and
Yeah.
his knockouts against um Weston Wilson and I think Andre Feely were like ground and pounds, not like just regular KOs
Nah,
off the
nah.
feet.
I think the Feely one was a fucking. I think he booped him on the
Damn.
feet.
Well,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
better
So the Feely
listen.
one was a standing fucking bop. Just 41 seconds in, just fucking boom. KO'd him. Yeah, the Weston Wilson was fucking yikes. The thing,
Yeah,
the
recently
thing
I
that
guess
I
he just
like
doesn't
about
look
this
like
though,
he's content on the feet.
is uh this fight should get him ranked, in my opinion, or get him a ranked fighter at least.
Yeah.
Cause dude, he's gonna be 18-4, and yeah, he lost to Gomez, but like he arguably won that fucking fight. I don't know. I think he had
This
Gomez
is
in the worst situations, and he just wasn't really smart about it. But it was a close fight, but I do think it definitely leaned Bree too, and that like objectively. But since it was in Paris, he was just kind of cooked. I don't know. I think that tends to happen, but I do think the Jack Shore win could have also been better. I didn't like that he was like,
wasn't like a leg kick KO.
yeah, it was a leg kick KO, but he was also just like trying to grapple Jack Shore, and he was just trying to hold him against the
Yeah, like
cage.
that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't just stand. He always like aggressively grapples for a fucking knockout, like type shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like just stand with him and strike.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck. Getting caught up in a
If he
mix.
does do that here, I could see Pat getting the win. Definitely possible.
If he just stands with him, he should knock him the fuck out,
Dude, yeah.
honestly. But
Yeah.
like, if you're getting knocked out by Jamin Jackson, bro, that's
That's pretty bad.
That's terrible.
On to the final fight, the main event. Dude, I'm so hyped for this one. CCO. What the fuck does CCO mean?
I don't know, dude. I saw that.
Correctional officer, bro? Like, what the fuck? CCO. That's crazy. Versus Josh CCO Emmett versus Lerone the Miracle Murphy. Listen, guys, there's a reason why Josh Emmett's in the red corner. Don't fucking pay attention to the odds of this fight, please. And if you have Lerone in your parlays, just know it's gonna be fucking dicey. It's gonna get real scary for you real quick. So here's what I'm gonna go with. Here's my prediction for this fight. I think Lerone Murphy is gonna find success early. I think Lerone Murphy is a good kickboxer. He doesn't get hit a lot. He is like 2.67 strikes absorbed per minute, and Josh Emmett has a lot more. So like when okay, you look at these in tandem, these strikes absorbed per minute, and from Josh Emmett and Lerone, and you're like, oh okay, Lerone's not getting hit as much, and Josh Emmett's getting tagged all the fucking time, so Lerone's gonna outstrike him. The odds should be this way because Lerone's gonna probably win this fight by outstriking and not getting hit that often. When you actually break it down, look at Josh Emmett's record. His losses are against people that I don't think Lerone can beat. I don't think Lerone's gonna beat Ilya Taporia. I don't think Lerone's gonna beat Yair Rodriguez. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. And I'd be kind of confident that Jeremy Stevens could knock him out if he was primed. So what I'm gonna do is take Josh Emmett by KO in round 2 or 3. I don't think it's gonna. It could be off rip, but I think it's gonna be later. 2, 3. Could even see in 4 and 5, but Josh is Josh is too much of a veteran for me to not take him in this fight versus Lerone, who is not tested yet. And when he is getting tested, it's not a good look. I didn't like how he looked versus Dan Ige. I didn't like that he got dropped. And I think he was on a lot of people's like parlays for that Ilya card, and a lot of people were shitting their fucking pants when he got dropped. And he did pull it out the fire. Like, you do have to give it to him. He did come back and win that fight. But if we're being honest here, Dan Ige does not do good against the top 15. Like, we knew this already. We've seen Dan Ige fight Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell, he gets hit a little bit and then he rallies, just like Lerone. Uh, who else did Dan Ige fight?
Yeah, news alert. Fucking Dan Ige is not good. Andre Feely. They the
Yeah,
homies though.
yeah. Gave Diego Lopez a hard fight, but guys, like, we can't put that much. Like this is an exhibition match.
Fucking
Like
24-hour catch weight at
that
165, dude. Like,
that's an
don't even talk to
exhibition
me.
match. Yeah, that's not. This is not a real fight.
Yeah,
You
literally.
can't put that against either fighter. Like, it's just not real. It's not real life, bro. Like that was like a pride fight. Like, yo, sign the contract today. You fight today. All right, bet. Uh, Nate Landwehr. That's a good win for Dan Ige. Like, Dan Ige is like this. He is like the gatekeeper, where like
Yeah.
he's losing to the top people, but against people who are contenders, like, or not contenders, like up and coming people, like he keeps him out of the rankings, kind of.
Yeah.
Like Damon Jackson, Nate Landwehr, uh, Bryce Mitchell, they gave him Bryce Mitchell as a fight to be like, okay, here's your shot at the upper rankings. Loses. Here's Feely to fight lower down the rankings again to see how you're doing. KO's Feely. Here's Diego Lopez, who's like this, who was already ranked above you, and also we're not putting too much on this fight, but he loses. And then here's Lerone Murphy, who is another guy who's I would say Lerone Murphy is like top top 14 to 9, depending on how the division goes. But I think he's just good enough to beat Dan Ige, but he still struggled pretty bad. Josh Emmett by KO, round 2, 3. That's my prediction. I also think the odds are just way too off. And I mean, how many times have we seen like the crafty veteran versus the undefeated fighter? I Josh Emmett knows what he has to do to make it happen.
Yeah, give me Emmett round 1 or round 2 KO, and Murphy fucking decision. Or Emmett decision if the odds are like juiced enough.
Mm, probably are.
Yeah, probably.
The
Yeah.
KO was plus 400. I really liked the inside the distance decision no action. That was like plus 130, I think, or something like that. I don't know, but I took it. Thought it was pretty good. Let me peep that online real quick. Let's see what's. See
I'm about
what's.
to peep the.
Oh, it's swinging a little bit to Josh Emmett now. The money line, finally.
Damn, bro, plus 650 for points. That's not juiced at all.
That's pretty juiced.
I
650.
just thought it would be like more juice. I don't know. I just thought people would be hating on him more than that. I thought it'd be like, I mean, plus 1,000's pretty crazy, but I thought it'd be around there.
I think Lerone would have to be wider. It'd have to be like Lerone minus 500 for it to be like that.
Yeah.
There's not enough money on Lerone. God, dude, plus 250 is just so disrespect. God, I really hope that we're right about this, and just after people are like, oh, like I was fucking
Damn.
stupid for thinking that. Because, like,
uh,
I don't know, maybe we're stupid for thinking that Lerone wins by decision, but, like, dude, he's getting. Didn't he get up kicked by
yeah, he almost got knocked the fuck out by, I forget who.
Barbosa?
That's who it was. Yeah, that was crazy. He got like dropped from that.
Dude, there's
Like,
been
I remember
multiple
that.
fights where he's gotten rocked and kind of dropped.
Yeah,
And dude,
I
I'm
see the
just telling you,
whole.
it's one
It's
shot from
gonna.
Josh Emmett and you're dead, and it doesn't matter which hand it's from. Everyone talks about the Bryce Mitchell fight. They're like, oh, the right hand is money. Dude, it's either hand. He knows how to throw a punch, and dude, look at the pictures of Josh Emmett, dude. Like this, like just a man versus a boy, bro.
Gorilla mode.
Josh Emmett, headshot dead. That's the prediction. That's the breakdown. UFC Fight Night, Emmett versus Murphy. We out.